Hey you guys, it is Editing Adonya. So I want to have this conversation. I was just watching a y'all, it's so hard to it's Keith is doing laundry and folding up clothes and stuff like that. So anyway, let's chat. But I was watching TikTok and I saw this lady. She was showing her little Valentine's Day or whatever, and she was saying that her fiance was like, I'm gonna send you the money, go shopping, go get what you want. And so he sent her $3,000 and she got a secure loan. So at first, my first mind today says, girl. But then my second mind was like, you on to something. You on to something. You on to something. So let's chop it up. Let's talk about it. If you are in a position where you're trying to build your credit back up, because I told y'all in these budgeting videos, we are going to learn something new. We are going to educate. We are going to have a conversation. So let's do just that. So if you are at a point where you're trying to build credit, you're trying to, what's the word? I don't want to use the word repair. Because that's not what I want to use. But if recover, let's say that, recover, right? One of the best things you can possibly do is a secure loan. And let's chop it up. Let's talk about it. If you have a credit union is better. If you are in South Carolina and you bank with, or you don't bank with South Carolina Federal and you need to try to do that. Okay? And let me tell you the scoops on why. So some places like big banks, Wells Fargo, you still have to apply for a secure. They offer a secure credit card and they also have a secure loan. You have to apply for those. Whereas South Carolina Federal, come on y'all, I'm putting y'all in on game. Now this is the only credit union that I know of, but that's because I haven't done proper research on it and because I didn't have to. But if this is something that could benefit you, you need to do your research on it. Try it out. But anyway, South Carolina Federal specifically, you don't have to apply. You just automatically get it as long as you have the money, right? So whenever I used to help my members who are trying to either recover or build, I used to do these like hotcakes. I even had a member, God bless the dead because he passed away, but he used to do them every year, especially around Christmas time. It was almost like it was his Christmas savings. He would redo secure loans. Here is why. And he was smart too, but we're gonna get into why he was smart. But as you pay, and this was my selling point for people, if you get a secure loan for $500, you're adding a trade, B, or a line, I don't know what it's called, but you're adding a new account. Let's say that. Let's keep it simple. You're adding a new account. You didn't have to do a hard credit inquiry to lower your score for whatever you had. Now, this new account is going to lower it just a little bit, but instead of getting 2 dings, you're only getting 1. You can pay it off. It's best to do 6 to 12 months to actually see a difference, but you can pay it off. Now, as you're making your payments with South Carolina Federal now, not anybody else, but with South Carolina Federal, as you're making your payments, so let me do the math. Like, this is just basic, simple math, but of course, they're going to charge you a small amount of interest, but nothing major. Let's say that I calculate 12 months, $500, because $500 was the minimum, $42 a month, right? So it's $42 a month, and as you make the $42, they're gonna take whatever they take out for interest, and then the rest of it rolls into a savings. If you really need the money, you just pull the money from your savings. If you think about it and you don't need the $500 and you want that as your savings, heck, put it in the savings account and allow it to roll and pay for itself, so you don't have to worry about it. But that's a quick and easy way to build your credit. If you're smart, when your babies turn 18, you'll do a secure credit card, or I say credit card, but I personally like the loan. The loan is closed, but the credit card will help you because it creates like a open line of credit that's open, and somebody can actually see that you are responsible enough to pay it. Because really and truthfully, if you think about it, credit is kind of like a GPS without being long-winded. If you remember when you go to school, you start off good, but the minute you start feeling at things is when it drops, and it's hard to come up from an F, right? But the secure loan is a really good way for you to do that within a year. That's why they'll tell you if you do this for a year, you'll see a significant increase, because they're looking at the history. So I'm gonna say one more thing, and if y'all want me to go in depth with this, y'all let me know. I'm thinking about that, but y'all let me know. Oh, man, I lost my train of thought of what I was about to say last. Oh, your credit score just tells you what rate you qualify for. Your credit history is what lets people know if they want to lend to you or not. So when it comes to the lender, so let's think about that in the next one. Also, too, another thing to think about is when you're doing credit, it's a certain amount of things that you have access to based off of your income, right? Because there's a thing called debt to income ratio, and I won't get too much in depth until you guys want a separate video where y'all want me to go over and tell y'all all the ins and outs, and we have a whole conversation about DTI, debt to income ratio, which most of the time people want you to say under 45%. Okay, so these are things that you kind of got to keep in mind. These are also things that help not really, it's more so utilization when it comes to your overall credit score, but when lenders are looking for you to, or looking to lend to you. Before I leave, most of my education comes from working at an actual credit union. I worked for the big banks and I learned nothing. I was just telling people what I already knew that sounded really good to helping them towards their goals. When I worked at the credit union, is where the credit union in itself pride themselves on educating their employees, so you really can help members get to their financial goals. So you really can have a conversation to help them to get to where they need to be. Because I heard somebody say something, and back in the day it sounded smart, like, based off of your relationship here and the money that you have here in this account, I think we could do something. Mind y'all, the lady was in there because she wasn't making her credit card payments. No, they're not. And I just sat there and rolled my eyes like, they ain't finna give her no credit card. She ain't paying it. They don't care how much money she got. She ain't paying them. They want their money. You know, you have to be mindful of the people that's educating you. If it gotta make sense. They don't know. Some know, but they know what they know. They're not really being educated on it. So anyway, I say all that. Now, however, you can go to your credit union where it's smaller. They're closer to their underwriters, that they can actually pick up the phone and talk to their underwriters. They can sell your story. They can have a conversation for you on your behalf. Like, I had a life event happen, something happened, and I wasn't able to pay my bills for X amount of reasons, and it's really, your credit history is a story. You can see the story. You can see where it'll tell them you were paying your credit card, and the highest your credit card was this. You were paying it straight for this many months. I lost my job. I don't want to speak it over me, but so-and-so lost their job, maybe, let's say, January 2020. They didn't have a job again until July of 2020. I could see where they had slow pays. Slow pays mean you did not pay your credit card on time, and then you started back. I could see that life event. Something happened. Something changed. So these are things you just want to be mindful of, pay attention to. But we gonna stick to the basic of why I came on here to talk to y'all before I do my thing, because I said I want to start dropping tips and tricks, and secure loans are a great idea. It's not, I don't need it. Excuse me. I don't need it now, only because I have a long credit history since I was 18. I'm now 34, and I have established credit. So, but don't get me wrong, I would do a secure loan because I like them. And there's nothing wrong with them. Especially when you tell me I have access to my funds. That sounds like a bad idea. Some people buy cars. I had a member buy a house with it, you know. But it's the purpose of it was to have something on your credit line. Because I don't care what nobody say. Credit is king. Money is cool, but credit is king. You gonna need credit. They gonna check your credit. They checking your credit for your car insurance. They checking your credit for everything under the sun at this point in time. So yeah, get with it. If y'all want to have more in-depth conversations, let me know and we can do so. But I just wanted to drop in and tell you that. And so let's get into the monthly budget for March. And just FYI, y'all, I do bi-weekly. I have not done monthly, so let me take that back. My bi-weekly, which means I tell y'all everything that I have planned to spend within that 2-week span. Okay, so I will drop those twice a month, but these are bi-weekly, and we gonna hope that March is not gonna be a dope girl month, that we gonna act like we got some sense and we ain't gonna spend, okay? Even though I got 2 packages right here, but we ain't gonna talk about it. So I will catch you guys in the next clip as we go over what our budget looks like for this next 2 weeks. Okay, hey you guys, and welcome to today's budgeting video. This setting is very different than the one that I typically do, and I'm trying to find the best lighting for you all in my kitchen, which my kitchen is very orange, so there's not gonna be good lighting. I'm cooking tacos for my family, and I want to get this video out for you guys today. Yeah, I did not want to do this video, and it's not the video that I didn't want to do. I didn't want to write out my budget this pay period. I just didn't want to sit down and take the time. Yeah, I was having my mom soft moments, enjoying life, and I'm like, girl, you gotta do this. Excuse me, not more so for you guys, but I had to do it for me so I could see where I'm at and see where I want to be. So let's talk about it. The goal for me is to spend $2,500 or less a pay period, preferably less. I would love to spend, I don't know, I would love to spend $2,000 a pay period would be great for me. And we'll get into what I'm talking about here as to why. Now this month is crazy, but it's not my craziest month. If you've been following me with just sharing my budgeting with you all since the first of the year. And I was talking to one of my friends, Nicole, and she was like, girl, I look at my bank statements. Y'all, I have not been looking at bank statements. I look at my bank account and it's like a run of money going in and going out, but it does not tell you the total. The total was giving reckless dope girl vibes. So I had to reset, revamp, have a talk with me, and I'm gonna let you see. So I'm gonna have, let me give y'all enough space over here. I'm gonna have this monthly budgeting sheet, and I'm trying to get my groove of what I like. This is super simple, but I think I like the other one better. But let's talk about it. So my trip is just our family trip, and I think this was the last payment towards the family trip, one of the ones that we're going on this summer. And then I have my mortgage. My mortgage actually went up a little bit. Y'all know I always tell y'all I'm gonna give y'all a tip, a hit. So mortgages are fixed, however my property taxes went up, which bumps up my mortgage payment a couple dollars. So I had to adjust for that, but I really didn't, because I've always paid this amount, which is always overage. Now I have to readjust it next month, because we ain't finna do it this month, because this includes my HOA fees. So I pay my mortgage payment, and I go ahead and calculate what my HOA fees are for the year, divide that by 12, and then that's how much I pay. So at the end of the year, when the HOA fees, homeowners association is due, I'm not scrambling for money. The money is, or we're not scrambling for money. The money is already there. So daycare, this is what we pay. We are so blessed to pay this small amount for daycare, and for Journey to still go to a daycare that she likes. So this is daycare for 2 weeks. So I do 2 weeks and Keith do 2 weeks. So this is my 2 weeks. I just went ahead and calculated all so it can be gone. Our life insurance policy is $300. I'm just talking, right? I'm not giving y'all numbers. It's $300. And credit card and payoff. So what that means is I still have two, how do I want to say it? 3. So right now I have 3 credit cards that I owe a balance on. And I am slowly paying off one. This is probably going to be, I'm paying this one off, or I paid this one off this month. And so it includes my payoff for that credit card as well as the minimum balance for the other 2. Hope I made sense. So the minimum balance for the other 2. I also have my monthly massage, which y'all, I have not been to get my massage yet since January. So I am gonna call and reschedule that. But baby, I've been busy. My March is pretty much gone. So we shall see. We shall see. Let me throw some trash on. Alright, so that's it for my massage, my Klarna and Afterpay. Y'all, I've been playing with Klarna and Afterpay heavy. Do not follow me. Do as I say, not as I do. So I went ahead and paid Klarna and Afterpay off because I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm paying y'all way too much money every 2 weeks. Excuse me, every 2 weeks, and that money can be allotted to either paying off my consolidation loan or being more savings. And most likely, I'll be honest with you guys, that $5.50 that I do per pay period is all sis gonna contribute to that, and anything else is gonna go in my pocket for whatever we have, because we have a really busy April, May, June, July. Really busy. It's just all busy because we have something going every month. So I could really use that money for that. So y'all hold me accountable. I failed no spend February, but I definitely want to be adamant about not putting over $100-$200 on Klarna, because anything over there is redonkulous, and that's what I was doing. So ending my suffocation, y'all know I always pay $5.50, and that is me aggressively paying off my consolidation loan, because I want to, or not even I want to, I gotta be done with that by the time it's time for us to actually build our home. Y'all know I try to drop a tip T. So the clip before this one is where I dropped the tip. But for us, the loan we have is a 5-year loan. So we need to be ready to step into building the house after that time if we cannot do it before. So right now, I'm just looking at the cost of lumber, looking at the interest rates, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared of these interest rates right now. And anytime you're scared, you need to stay still when it comes to interest rates. You know, not anything else in life, but for that, I'm sitting still because we have a great interest rate on our current home. Y'all see I'm able to play and move around, and the next house will be bigger. It's gonna cost us more, and you have to have more reserve funds. So yeah, that's that on that. So with the kids have $120. Y'all know I always give them $10 to go to their ATM. So right now they're each up to $100 in their ATM, and then $50 a pay period. What happened? $50 a pay period in their actual savings account. Okay, they playing a game, and Journey must be got upset. They being Keith, KJ, and Journey. So the $120 in their savings account. Savings, the $181, that's something I send to a completely different bank, so I can't touch that, and I typically don't touch that till around Christmas time. I might pull whatever I need from it, but this is just a running savings that I have with a separate bank. Fund is $300 for me, and that's because I did I was about to say hot girl, but I didn't. I had some fun with my fun. Stop, mama. I had fun with my friends. Stop it. Go get your tablet. Wait 1 second. I'm talking to the vlog. Journey. I'm talking to the vlog. Stop. Can you give me 2 seconds to talk to the blonde? Yes. So, I had fun with my friends. I'm gotta get my hair done. The cost of me to get my nails done, all of that, $300 is what I'm spending within the next 2 weeks. And then I went grocery shopping for my mother-in-law, and then got us odds and ends. Odds and ends for us is like milk, you know, something that you have to buy on a weekly basis. Fruit, nothing major did I purchase this time at the grocery store for us. Everything was for my mother-in-law. And y'all, I did the craziest thing. Y'all know how expensive eggs are. Why did I leave the eggs in the car overnight? So when I got the kids ready for school and I turned around to make sure everybody was sitting and whatever, and y'all, the eggs was looking me dead in my face. $7 eggs, because I went shopping at Publix. $7 down the drain. So that sucked, but Keith went and purchased some more before he delivered the groceries the next day. So that brought my total up to $3,947.12. I'm not mad at that, because again, I paid off 1 credit card and I paid off Klarna, which was taking a lot of my money with me paying Klarna. That I think it was up to $500 every pay period. So this was my last payment towards all of those items that I had, and so I went ahead and just paid it off, and now we done with that, and I paid off Afterpay. So that's gonna put $700 back into my budget for my next pay period. So I'm not mad at this total at all. I'm actually trending down at this point. So I already dropped the gym. I already let y'all in my business, which I know my sister gonna say stop saying that, but I already let y'all in just to see my budget. It says monthly, but I need to change it to bi-weekly. But this is my bi-weekly expenses and things that I bought, purchased, or had going on within the next 2 weeks. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned. Hello to my new subscribers. I am going to chill out, you guys, or calm down just a little. Also, let me know, April is going to be KJ's birthday, but let me know if y'all want any details on that. And we're going on a family vacation for that too. I always try to take my kids on a mini vacation or vacation for their birthday, just to give them experience along with actual gifts. So KJ requested his gifts, y'all. My baby said he wants him a little not party, but he wants him a party, and he wants a fancy party at the hotel. He is very specific, and he deserves it, so he's gonna get it all. And what else? He told me the toys that he wanted, and he wants his best friend Riley to travel with him on his vacation. So we are gonna make sure he gets everything that he needs, because my baby is an amazing kid, and if mommy and daddy got it, he gonna get it. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Stick around. This has nothing to do with that, but I will be starting my testing for my TTC journey. If you have not been following that, go ahead and check that out, and stick around. Come back, let's see the results. Let's pray baby does that B3 is already up in here partying and is ready to join the crew. So I love you guys, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Bye.